Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Come in, smash the like button, hit that like button. Joe Hart says, "What's up, Ego? Just subscribed to your channel a week ago. Time to cook." Absolutely, appreciate you. About a week ago, my man Christian A-Bar, he was the first one in the building. Appreciate you, man. Part two, that last stream was hilarious. I told you I was going to do a second stream. Listen, I told you the King of Boxing Talk going to do a second stream. And we back. Bro, guys and girls, the Canelo Chupapi Muñeños are on full meltdown status. This is just crazy. Bro, it is a nuclear meltdown. I'm sorry. It's just so crazy. Do you hear what I'm saying? The Canelo man fans are on meltdown mode 2000. This is crazy. They losing their mind over this Canelo law. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They losing their mind. It's just crazy. People, oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin. The meltdown status. It's like Britney Spears level meltdown. It's so crazy. But we're here to talk about it. I love my job. I really do. I get to talk to you good people. I get to see the Chupapi Muñeños crying in my comment section. Isaiah laughing because he know what I'm saying is true. Bro, like, listen. This dude, listen, this ain't funny though. No, this is real. Someone sent me some message in a Canelo forum, and the guy was like, I should off myself. Like, what? It's never that serious. It's never that serious, people. You don't make a permanent decision based on like temporary problems. He lost. Get over it. You know? Other people, I see some people, they're like leaving comments like, it's like boxing fans sometimes overcomplicate this. Hey, Isaiah, Isaiah's tripping out. Listen, Isaiah's out here tripping. Isaiah, you tripping, dog. Listen, boxing fans, they want to overcomplicate this. Listen, Canelo lost. That's a fact. He didn't look good. That's a fact. He lost bad. This is my perspective. The reason why the Canelo man fans, the Chupapi Muñeños, the reason why they're having such a hard time embracing is because you painted Canelo out to be this Superman, and it just wasn't realistic. So now that he loses, you didn't see this coming. So you're like, it's like you drive in your car and you get a flat tire and you already broke. You know what I'm saying? That's going to hurt you because you're like, dang, I didn't intend on, when I woke up this morning, headed to work, I didn't intend on replacing 4 tires and I'm already broke. That's the Canelo fans. They broke and depressed. They broke and depressed because you built Canelo up to be this mythical creature. Like, he wasn't even a boxer anymore. Like, you really had fans calling him King Nello. Bro, I wish I would call another man a king. Bro, you had to kill me. What? They were calling him God Nello. Like they prayed to Canelo. Like, it wasn't realistic. So I know if you're calling him God Nello and all that, I know you weren't anticipating. Like, who thinks God's going to get defeated? You see what I'm saying? For all my faith believers, you know, who thinks God's going to get defeated? So if you built him up as a god, he's not Thor. He's not from Asgard. But in your head, like I've been telling you, if you built him up to be this like larger than life personality, then you ain't thinking no muff named Bivol that nobody ever really heard of, right? You're not thinking somebody like that is going to beat him. So, of course, you get blindsided. That's what happens. The Canelo Chupapi Muñeños, the Canelo man fans, they were blindsided because you built this, you created this monster, and now the monster image and aura is now destroyed. So you're left frantic. It's like, I suggest everybody watching this. He said, I'm a fan of Bivol now, not gonna lie. I mean, everyone should be. He got off. Listen, and it's just sad because you have boxing fans, they had this they broke into press desperation, and they're in this crazy denial. So people aren't even giving Bivol credit. It's just, conversation about Canelo. I like that, Adrian. He said Canelo thought he picked the sweetest cherry, but he picked the sour grape. Listen, let's talk about that. This is my perspective. The reason why people are saying Canelo cherry-picked is because he kept picking who he wanted to fight. He kept going in the direction that he wanted to go. People like myself, Business Brain, Cowardnello, we all had ideas of what would be the biggest fights. The biggest fights for boxing. Canelo didn't care nothing about that. This is why people are saying you cherry-picked, from my perspective, right? It's not that Bivol was a horrific fighter. It's you have shown a propensity to every Russian guy you fought, every Englishman, Hugh Grant, all these dudes, all these Eastern European styles, you fare really well with. Now, you had the option to fight Bivol, Charlo, Better Biev, David Benavidez, Errol Spence at a catchweight. You had all of these choices. Like E40 said, ooh, everybody got choices. And every fight that I just named, from my perspective, is a bigger fight, especially the PBC ones. Canelo Alvarez, he picked and made his bed. Now the mother got a lie in it. It's that simple. All this daring to be great and sympathy and sorrow, I have none. I have zero I have a big heart, but when it comes to it's like Maury Povich. In the case of Canelo, Payday, Alvarez, and all this dare to be great, and he was risking it all. He was so small. I have no sympathy at all. None. I slept like a baby. It's boxing. You're going to win or you're going to lose. It's not to kick a man while he's down. You lost. I have no sympathy for Canelo or his fans. None. Don't come up to me, oh, Ego, why? None. Not a shred. I slept. After Saturday night, I slept like a baby. I had some of the best. I was so tired from doing a 4-hour watch party. I just slept like a baby. I'm gearing up for Charlo versus Castano. I'm gearing up for Jerron Boots Ennis. I knew that Canelo Alvarez was moving the way he was moving. So all these people in my comment section, this is my sport. I run boxing. All these people in my comment section, they're acting shook and surprised that Canelo lost. I'm not surprised that Canelo lost because although I do think he's a great fighter, I think he's really good. He has skills. I didn't drink the Kool-Aid thinking that he was unbeatable given certain styles. Now, full disclosure, I did pick Canelo to win on the scorecards. But if you listen to my content, I also have told you for years that Bivol is a dangerous style for him, right? And for years, Bivol called him out, years. He even said, I'll come fight you at 168. And I was pushing for Bivol to get the fight, saying, hey, Bivol, Better Biev, I've said the same thing. Andrade, Better Biev, Bivol, Charlo, and Demetrius Andrade. And Charlo, Charlo, Benavidez, Andrade, Bivol, and Better Biev. So from 68 to 75, those are the fights that I said I wanted to see the most. It just so happens that Dimitri Bivol had been calling out Canelo for years. He even said, I'll come to you in 168 and fight you, even though I'm a champion up here. Canelo didn't do it. And then recently, I seen Bivol, and he didn't really look too impressive, to be honest, in the last 2 fights. So before Saturday, it looked like he regressed. So I did pick Canelo. I don't have to lie about anything I do. So I did pick, David Morrell too. I did say him too. But I knew Canelo ain't finna fight him. So I did say all these people. But I looked at Bivol's recent fights, and the way he was fighting, the way he was looking, I picked Canelo by decision. Bivol's, he has a nice size to him, pause. So I didn't think Canelo was going to knock him out for sure. So I said the safe pick, I'm picking Bivol I'm picking Canelo for a decision. That's what I said. But I also told you, if you guys listen, I said I'm picking Canelo by decision, but do not be surprised if it's some BS. I said based on Bivol, how he looked in his last couple of fights, two fights with Eddie Hearn or whatever, I don't see how they're going to give him the decision, especially if the rounds are close. I told you that, and they came dangerously close to robbing him. So ultimate prediction was wrong. I picked Canelo decision. But hey, I'm happily wrong if somebody comes and shows up and, does their thing and wins fair and square. I have no problem. The only time I would be mad is if I got the right person or if I bet money and then boxing robbed that person. So I've always respected Bivol. I actually, shout out to my boy Kevin Newman. I have an interview from the Mayweather gym when I was out in Vegas, and I was talking to my boy Kevin Newman, and he had sparred. He had recently, at the time I recorded the interview, he had recently sparred Bivol. And he said, man, Bivol's good. He's tricky. So I've always respected Bivol and known he was good. I didn't know that he would put it all together like he did on that given night to the point where the judges wouldn't rob him. That's what I didn't know. So that was a pleasant surprise, that he didn't get robbed. Not that Canelo struggled. Bro, Canelo struggles with the same things. You guys created this monster and this God Nello complex or whatever, and now you see you look stupid. I need everybody in here to smash the like button. Y'all disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect my time. I'm out here putting out the content y'all want to see. Don't disrespect me. Listen, y'all better get with it. Like, salute. Shout out to Kenya. My girl Kenya sent $10 in the Zelle. Bro, this is the only way. There's so much going on in boxing. This is the only way I can give you guys. I mean, I'm trying to gear up for the Charlo fight, all types of stuff. Shout out to Kenya B. She said, here's $10 for the grind. Shout out to Kenya B. Much love. Ego is a hater. Okay, leave. Block him. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a hater because Canelo lost. Gotcha. Who next? I won. Who next? Bro. And you know what else is crazy? This was the worst thing for Canelo. This loss, how he lost, it was the worst thing. So let's keep cooking. How Canelo lost, it would have been better if he got knocked out. Listen, now y'all want to go? Let's go. Bro, the way Canelo got beat down by Dimitri Bivol, in my view, Boxing Ego, and please print this. This was the worst possible for multiple reasons. If y'all want to know why this was the worst way, Canelo payday, you want payday, I know that.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Payday, you want payday, I know that.
Listen, if y'all want to know why this is the worst way for Canelo to have went out and lost, say why, Ego, in the comment section. Once y'all type that, this is an interactive chat. Once you guys type that, then now I'm about to start cooking. If y'all want to know why this was the worst way for Canelo to take the payday and lose, say why, Ego. Okay, shout out to Spo. He want to know. Block Albert Moreno. Don't care what you say. That's for sure. Okay, they want to know why. Because he didn't listen to Boxing Ego. No, I'm just playing. Hey, actually, I'm not really playing. He didn't listen to the fans. That's why. Because the fans, including Boxing Ego, told him who he should fight. He's like, bro, we're like, man, make a left on PBC Street. This motherfucker, bro, everybody in boxing outside of the Chupapi Muñeños seen Canelo was driving the car. There was a bidding war, and he could have went left on PBC Street, Premier Boxing Champ Street, or he could have made a right on whoever DAZN Boulevard, trapped on the app Boulevard, work with Eddie Hearn Boulevard, don't do no pay-per-views over here, one way, dead end Boulevard. And this man, Canelo, we're like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna make a left or right? Left on pay-per-view success, blockbuster fight, do what the fans say, do what the Boxing Ego got to say, fight Benavidez, fight Charlo, appease the fan, make more money. Benavidez speaks Spanish, you speak Spanish, sell out Texas, fight Arrow at a catchweight, sell out Texas, or listen to Eddie Hearn's hairpiece and don't do no pay-per-views and fight this Russian muff that's going to beat you in the middle of Russia versus Ukraine, and Canelo driving like this. I was born ready, and he gonna make the run. Bro, bro, Canelo had his hands at 10-2. He could have went a left on PBC and stardom and pay-per-view success and be the first to beat Errol Spence if you can beat him, and be the first to beat Jamal Charlo if you could beat him, and be the first if you could beat Jamal Charlo, make all of it. He said, I was born. Oh my, he made the wrong turn. He was like, oh, let me follow this British guy. And cranked that Soldier Boy. And now he ain't got no pay-per-view sales. The fight didn't sell ish. And he got a second loss official. Man, get him out of here.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Bro. Bro, this man thought he could play the game. Now you really playing the game. You're in between a rock and a hard place. That's the game you're going to be playing. Bro, this man, everything was over there. Like, okay, let's say you're in Texas. I'm just a random place. Shout out to Texas. And you need food, water, shelter, gas, and you looking for some booty. Booty, you know what I'm saying? You want some booty meat. You want to see some chicks that's double cheeked up. You look over here and it look like the Vegas Strip. They got booty meat. You see all that booty meat, right? Chicks is double cheeked up. They got some barbecue chicken. They got Mexican food. They got Tex-Mex, whatever you like. Chinese food. They got it all. It look like a food court. A buffet over Golden Corral, whatever. They got a shopping plaza. Booty meat, all that, bro. Shopping and booty meat. That's all men really need, to be honest. But anyway, bright lights and all these fancy cars and all that. That's over there. That's over in the PBC Plaza. And then over here, you got the Chupapi Muñeños, and they under a tent with Canelo shirts on. And Eddie Hearn shirts on, and rematch room, and no pay-per-view sales, and less money. And he said, I was born. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, people. This man took $15 million to fight Dimitri Bivol guaranteed. I know the pay-per-view was a flop. Listen, people speak to me, the voices in my head, I hear them. Bro, I know that pay-per-view. I promise you. Okay, about this time, a couple days after the Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor fight, right? DAZN came out and they said, oh, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. It did 1.5 million globally. Where are Canelo's numbers? Where's the 1.5 Canelo global iconic blockbuster Fast and the Furious 9 numbers from Canelo Bivol? Oh, that's right. It went double wood. So you could have fought. I don't have any shred of emotion or remorse or mercy for Canelo. Canelo, hold on. Y'all gonna get to work. Shout out to Robert Gardner. Let the goofies comment tonight. Let's have fun. Man, I ain't worried about them. Bro, my pockets ain't empty, cuz. Bro, what did Paul Walker say? Rest in peace. Pockets ain't empty, cuz. Bro, you know how much money we made over the weekend with the Canelo fight? Listen, it don't matter if he won, lost, we ate. Pockets ain't empty, cuz. Smash the like button. Hey, shout out to Pedialyte. This is going crazy, right? Canelo better drink him some Pedialyte. He was tired. Bro, Canelo, this is called cherry punch flavor. Hold on, let me show Canelo. He need this because Bivol had him so tired. He needed to replenish. He needed some zinc. Bro, the man, look, it got zinc and selenium. And he was sure enough tired the way Bivol's 1-2 and jab 1-2 was. What? Bro, they got prebiotics, selenium. Canelo, get you one of these, dog. This is cherry punch. And you was getting hit with the Bivol punch. So you might want to replenish real quick. I'm just saying. Bro, Canelo looked bad. And that's why it's the worst way. Okay, so let the Chupapi let the Chupapi Muñeños stop hating, hater. Block him. That was cute. That was cute. Let the Chupapi Muñeños tell it. Canelo would have destroyed Beterbiev, Charlo, Errol Spence at a catchweight, Andrade, and Benavidez. 5 people he would have destroyed. But you know who he didn't destroy? Dimitri Bivol. Canelo is the biggest loser. Remember that TV show, The Biggest Loser? In boxing right now, Canelo's the biggest loser. Not because he lost. That's, anyone could lose. Because he made an error. This man took $15 million to fight Bivol on a non-sellable pay-per-view when Russia is invading Ukraine, went against the fans that all wanted to see him fight one of those guys, and you did it for less money. Who would want to do a job for less money, less sales, less accolade, and then lose? But let the Canelo fans say and tell it, Canelo would have whooped these other dudes. So why would I feel any ounce or shred of remorse for Canelo when he, above all fighters in active boxing outside of Floyd Mayweather, and he's really not even an active fighter. He's like he's a legend that, is just exhibitioned out, and, his career is really over, Floyd. So out of every 99.99999% of people in terms of boxing right now, real active fighters in real professional fights, Canelo beats 99.9999% on the business brand side, right? Makes more money than them. Has dictatorship, the ability to pick and choose his career path. Has free agency where he could work with anybody. Like Terrence Crawford, up until recently, he was under contract with Top Rank. So no matter how much he wanted the fights, they couldn't get it to him. He didn't have free agency. Canelo has been a free agent since he sued Golden Boy and DAZN. He's been a free agent. So Canelo could have done the sensible thing. He said Canelo lost like Conor did against Diaz. Word. He could have. So if his fans believe Charlo would have got whooped, then you should have whooped him because you have the ability. There was a bidding war for Canelo Alvarez. PBC wanted him and they offered him a great deal for more money. He decided his own fate. I respect it. A man, a woman, an adult, you take a gamble, or you say you legacy, even though I don't believe that at all. He gained too much weight too fast. Why you tack about Canelo, bro? Hey, block him, bro. Bro, is that Canelo in the crowd? He said, why you tack about Canelo? What? Why attack? Yeah, you about to get attacked. Man, get him out of here. Bro, where do they make these dudes? He said, why you tack about Canelo? What? Yeah, you gonna get poked with the thumbtack. Man, anyway, sorry y'all had to see that. He said a tic tac. I don't know what he talking about. TikTok? That's what he was trying to say? Anyway, Canelo has the ability. Hey, can y'all get the likes up? The haters is out. Canelo has the y'all funny. Hey, y'all super disrespectful with the likes. This is like really an abomination. Y'all gotta get the likes up. Likes or loot. Let's go. Canelo has the ability to pick his fights. Canelo has the ability to work with anybody. Not most fighters don't have that. So that's why I hate when people say like, oh, who has Andre fought? What has Charlo done? Who has Benavidez fought? None of them are in a Canelo position where they could, like, who believes that Terrence Crawford or Benavidez or Andrade or whoever, their resume would look like they look if they were in Canelo's position, where they could literally work with Top Rank, work with PBC, work with Eddie Hearn and DAZN, Golden Boy, anybody, and they can handpick who they want to fight, and since they're the A side, it would happen. Who believes that? The only and people in the Canelo, the Canelo Nello Nation or whatever this is supposed to be, Nello Nation used this, and they used it, and then now it finally, bit them. You know what I mean? Canelo literally on fight week for Bivol, he literally said, oh, these guys aren't doing anything that I'm doing. Bro, nobody was built on Floyd Mayweather undercards like you. Nobody is Mexican with red hair out of those bunch. Andre's not Mexican with red hair and got built up on Floyd undercards and, amassed the resume names from and opportunities that you had. So of course nobody can do what Canelo's doing. I get that. That's because he came up how he came up, and it is what it is. They're not even in the position to do it. Andre, you think Eddie? Listen, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be real. Do you think Eddie Hearn had Andre longer than he had Canelo? But who has he spent more of his attention and time on, really trying to sell him to the public? Andre or Canelo? Really answer that. I need to see this. Has Eddie Hearn devoted more of his time, effort, and energy into Canelo or Andre? Because he had Andre for longer than Canelo. So you had a head start with the black fighter, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, who speaks English as his first language in America, where all of his fights primarily have been, and everybody's saying the right answer. We all know Eddie Hearn, when he teamed up with Canelo, he was like, had a bromance with Canelo, and he was like, oh, Canelo's the greatest fighter ever and all this other stuff. He devoted all of his time and energy. I don't even think, when has Eddie Hearn really even talked about Anthony Joshua? See, this is Eddie Hearn's pattern. If you notice it, Eddie Hearn has Kell Brook. So realistically, right? Kell Brook was Joshua before Joshua. Then Kell Brook's eyes got punched out, and now he just retired, and Eddie Hearn pretty much ditched him, and then start chauffeuring Anthony Joshua. This is the pattern from Eddie Hearn. Then Anthony Joshua keep losing to Ruiz and to Usyk, and then now you see Eddie Hearn devoting all of his energy, or majority of it, to Canelo. Now Canelo lost. This is Eddie Hearn, the shapeshifter. This is what he does. Snakes the people out. He had Joshua on Showtime for 6 fights. They did all this energy, promotional time, really trying to build him in America. And as soon as DAZN came around, he pulled the plug when the contract ended and said, bye-bye Showtime. And after all that work, and then not only did he snake him by pulling Joshua, you know, it's a business, whatever, he started talking bad about them. He started talking bad about PBC. Oh, who wants to see David Benavidez in Roma? I don't forget anything. So you snake Showtime, and then you like, oh, Showtime's going out of business, and it'll be 1 year, and these guys are out of here. DAZN takeover, American takeover. Block Ryan Taylor. I ain't no boy, first of all, and I ain't stopping nothing. Block him. And then he talked about him. So that you snaked him. And then you snake Showtime for Sky Sports and DAZN. Then you snake Sky Sports. And then you took all your UK cronies to DAZN. And then Sky Sports was just left to do whatever they do, you know? That's the nature of it. So now it'll be interesting to see what he does. Does Demetrius Andrade got one fight with Eddie? He let Devin Haney, another black fighter, get away. Bro, does Eddie Hearn, name a black fighter that Eddie Hearn in America, so don't say Joshua, in America enhanced their career? Like, you didn't know nothing about them. Like, even Devin Haney, bro, I already knew who Devin Haney was before he even signed with Eddie Hearn. So the best thing you did for Haney, for me, is got him paid. You know what I'm saying? But his biggest opportunity is with Bob Arum, Lou DiBella, and Top Rank. You know? And I can't even really see Jacobs, because Jacobs was already fighting Quillen. He had already fought the Triple G fight. And the Canelo fight, Jacobs got picked. And Canelo was with Golden Boy at the time. So Eddie Hearn wasn't really responsible for Jacobs getting the Canelo look. And Jacobs wasn't with Eddie Hearn when he fought Triple G. So what did he really do? And then you just got my boy Jacobs robbed in London. Why do we have black American fighters fighting in the UK and then getting robbed against unknown people? Bro, he had a black fighter, Danny Jacobs, fight Chavez Jr. in Arizona after Chavez Jr. refused to submit a VADA test. Then you took him to London to get beat, and he didn't even really lose that fight for real. So there's that. Truth be told, Devin Haney with ESPN, I've seen more of a promotional push than any DAZN fight. He's been on Max Kellerman on Boxing, First Take. Bro, what are we talking about? They doing photo shoots with him. Top Rank, they know the bit. They've been in the game longer than all these dudes, for real. So Top Rank knows the game. So ESPN doing a better job of promoting Kambosos and Haney than any Haney fight, to be honest. Shout out to Icy. Katie Taylor should have 3 losses. Facts. Amanda Serrano and Delphine Persoon twice. I agree. So, yeah, man. Eddie Hearn, he just tried to get in where he fit in. But let's get back to Canelo. Canelo is bad. It's bad business. It looked real bad for Canelo. Like, I don't even care that a guy lost. Block Monkey Slayer. That's what's up. Thank you for wasting your time. You spent all that time writing that sentence for nothing. Whoops. Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
Fatality.
Bro, the other reason why I have no remorse for Canelo is because, like I said, he has an ability to pick all of his fights. You chose. Why would I feel sorry for Canelo? You have options, bro. You could have fought Charlo, Arrow, Benavidez, and you didn't have to go to 175. If 175 was too much, you chose it. So why would I feel any type of way because he didn't win. It's boxing. You were going to win or lose, and you took a gamble, came up short. Respects for trying. But you chose that. Bro, I don't have any ounce of, like I told you, I'm a big fan of underdogs anyway. I love a good underdog story. I told you, in this boxing game, I'm the new Robin Hood. We gonna steal from the rich and give to the poor. I don't have any remorse for Canelo. Bro, you had options. You know how many people that are in my phone list contacts right now that are boxers, and they have no options. They gotta sit by the phone and wait for people to call them. And then when people do call them, right? They give them 1 week notice, 2 week notice, 15-day notice to fight a killer. And you want me to feel sorry for Mr. Alvarez, who picked his opponents, had the ability, made more money than anybody outside of Floyd recently. Bro, stop. Bro, this man Canelo, he could fight in it. He could have stayed his butt at 160. He chose to go to 75. I didn't want that. I didn't even like the Kovalev fight. I was like, why are you fighting Kovalev? You did that. I don't feel sorry for Canelo. I got fighter I can call right now in the world of boxing that you all know. They don't have that luxury. They don't have no luxury where they just pick their opponent. They get a call from their manager or boss or whatever, their team, and they say, hey, we got this killer from Argentina and he got a 99% knockout ratio and we need you by next week. Can you make weight? That's the call they get. I could care less about feeling sorry for Canelo. You made a lot of money in the game. You know, you and Eddie Reynoso did good for the brand. I could literally care less. I told you I'm more of an underdog person anyway, because how did he dare to be great? You literally picked Bivol. So we can't now be sour grapes and cry over spilled milk when it doesn't work for you. Listen, it's like basketball. Hopefully we have a couple basketball fans so you can understand my analogy. If Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, were to take the game-winning shot and it's a tiebreaker game, like if you make this shot, you win. Your team wins. The Lakers win. If you miss this shot, y'all lose. Y'all go home. Kobe Bryant is a killer. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, Bean. If he gets the ball, pass me the ball, and takes that game-winning three, if he makes it, the game is like won by him. But if he misses that three-pointer with only 4 seconds left and they're down in the game, it falls on you. Me, I'm elite. I know I'm great at what I do. Anything that I do, I'm great at because I'm passionate about and I've been working towards it, right? So when it comes to elite, the elitist of sports, right? When it comes to that, you take and assume that responsibility. Block Fizzy Glizzy. You a clown just based on your name. You tell him to pass you the ball and shoot that three. It's either going to go in or it's going to go out. And the game is riding on you. That's called a buzzer beater, right? For the basketball fans. Canelo said, hey, put me in the game, coach, or pass me the ball, coach. And it was a buzzer beater. He chose light heavyweight. And he missed his shot. He airballed it. He bricked it. That's his fault. And it happens. If you're a champion, anybody that's played any sports, boxing or anything, you assume that responsibility. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. Canelo came up short. That's it. He came up short. You wanted to take the game-winning shot. You wanted to, I'm the legacy man or whatever lies, and you came up short. I don't even think it was all that, to be honest. Like, a lot of people are trying to make this and, he's doing it for legacy. I don't think he was doing it for legacy. I think he thought Bivol was the sweetest style. Bivol didn't even look good in his last fight. That's why people are saying to cherry pick. That's why people are saying, I know from what I know about boxing, I know that even Errol Spence at a catchweight of 164, that Benavidez, Beterbiev, and Charlo would all be difficult fights. Not to say Canelo couldn't have won those fights. It's not what I said. But they would be difficult. Canelo, he would be pushed. I know that. Like Canelo said, I know that. Right? Period. Bivol in his last 2 fights hadn't really looked amazing, to be honest. Canelo thought it was going to be like the Kovalev fight, where it's like, all right, I got a chin. Bro, Canelo was cocky. He went into this fight. I really believe that. Thomas Adams, we got a $10. It's magic, y'all. I said it's magic, y'all. We got a $10 Zelle. The Zelle is on the screen. This is from Thomas Adams. He said, man, I appreciate your work. Thomas. Bro. We knew all those PBC fights or the Andrade fight or the Beterbiev fight, they would all be tough fights for Canelo. We know that. Canelo's team knew that. That's why they picked Dimitri Bivol. They're trying to now act like, oh, hey, we took a risk because we knew Bivol was the best. It's cap. It's cap. I can prove it's cap. And actually, I will. I'll make a video about it because I don't want to. Bro, I'll make a video about it. I will body any Canelo man fan. I'll make a video about it. I'll make a video about it. It's cap. Bro, Canelo's team, they ran around like lunatics. Canelo man fans, they ran around like lunatics. And as the sign of distress, or when it doesn't work out your way, now all of a sudden you want people to take you as a victim. Bro, stop with this victimhood stuff. Canelo, he made his bed, lie in it. Bivol bested you. He looked amazing. Masterclass. Stop telling me Canelo's too small and all that. Bro, I've heard it all. I heard it all before, like Sunshine Anderson. Shout out to Business Brain. Blew that man up. He blew that man off the map. That's what I'm talking about. Bro, cook him. Let's cook him. Bro, we gonna make some s'mores out of y'all. So Canelo, he took a shot. He took the game-winning shot. And he came up short. This is what happened. But in my opinion, Canelo is arrogant. Canelo is a diva. And Canelo thought it was going to be sweet. He thought it would be like the Kovalev fight. He thought it would be like the Kovalev fight. He thought Bivol might be a little bit more stationary, flat-footed. He can overcome his power, you know, and get to him. And Bivol wouldn't be ready for his style, like, you know, the hooks. And he underestimated him grossly. That's what happened. I really believe Canelo underestimated him. You know what I mean? So that's his fault. I don't think it's all this legendary, oh, I went for legacy. You went for what you thought was sweet, and then Bivol had other plans. So yes, I do think it was a cherry pick. The perception of obviously it wasn't a cherry pick if we look at the outcome. But if we look at on paper how Bivol had been looking and versus the other people you could have fought, how they've been looking, yeah, it was a cherry pick. You took it just so happened. It's like, here's an example. I love avocados. I don't know who likes avocados here, but I like them, right? Sometimes I go to the grocery store or the Mexican meat market and I get avocados, right? I'm pretty good, but I'm not perfect. You look at an avocado because you don't want to squeeze them all crazy because it'll bruise the fruit. So anyway, I'm pretty good at selecting them. But there are some times where I think I have the perfect avocado. I think I have a good one. And then when I get it home, it's really not. And it looks ripe. And then I open it up, it's really not ripe. Or I get it looked like it was a good one. Because you have to understand, avocados have that kind of like shell, right? So it has that shell. And if you know how to pick avocados, usually it's pretty good. But there are times where I think I have a great avocado, or the color of it looks like it's ripe, and then I get it and it's really not ripe. Or I open the avocado and it's all bruised and oxidation. You know what I'm saying? It looks like oxidated and it's really not a good avocado. There have been times like that, right? That's Canelo Alvarez. That's the cherry pick. He thought he got the right avocado that was ripe and ready to go, and then he cut it open, and the avocado wasn't ripe. It wasn't ready to go. Bivol wasn't ripe. He wasn't ready to go. That's an analogy for you. So there are times you could think you're pick. So me, Boxing Ego, I'm at the grocery store. I'm at the Mexican meat market. I think I'm picking a great avocado because I usually get a couple, and 2 of them are great. But that third one that I thought was great, I get home and I slice it open. Oh, this one's ripe, and it's not ripe. That's what Canelo did. That's what Canelo did. Raymundo Rendon Jr. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Block him. Yeah, when they hate, donate. Y'all gonna pay. Every hater, y'all, I promise you, there's gonna be someone that pays for every one of y'all. $1. But my man JJ sent 5. It's magic. If Canelo's all about legacy, he will rematch Bivol. If he drops down to 160 for Triple G, then he avocado picking. He's not going to drop to 160 for Triple G. If he fights Triple G, he's going to make him move up to 168 because that's what he wants the advantage. Trust me on this. Trust me. He's not making 160. Block JMO. Thank you. Get him out of here. I don't talk to bums. I don't care what you're talking about. So anyway, that's what it is. Bivol had other plans though. Good on him. Fair play to him. Bivol had other plans. If you look at Bivol's last 2 fights, he did not look as sensational as he did. Look, see, that's why I don't argue with these bums. I don't argue with bums. They didn't even watch Bivol's last 2 fights. Miss me. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care. It literally means nothing to me because I know you don't watch boxing. I know you don't understand. You don't hear Jimmy. Bro, the same dude. That's why everybody just picked against like people. Some people were saying Bivol get knocked out in 2-3 rounds because they don't watch boxing. They just go in with their heart and all that. I don't care about that. Bivol did not look good, but Bivol showed he's a true champion. He wasn't ripe. He wasn't ready. Bro, go watch Craig Richards from the UK, weak Eddie Hearn card versus Bivol. He did not look good. He did not. But again, you don't know that because you don't know boxing. So I don't argue with bums. There's that. So yeah, it was a cherry pick. You look, bro, you look at how Benavidez win, lose, or draw would max Canelo out and could possibly beat him. Period. There's no mystery how Benavidez is coming to fight you. When they hate, donate. That's all y'all got to do. Let's just keep it going. What do you think about Bivol saying he will go to 168 to face Canelo? I don't like it personally because I don't like. My thing is this: boxing is so unfair, and that's what I don't like about it. It's unfair. How is it that when a person's the A side in pound for pound #1 and all this, and then they get upset, right? And then the B side who upset them literally has no power. Like, this should be like Highlander, where you inherit some of the powers or all the powers that they had. So I don't really like Bivol conceding to a weight where he's not a champion, you know? But that being said, if he can make it, then, you know, whatever. Canelo will be humiliated if Bivol moves to 68 and beats him. That is humiliating. And I'll talk about that in a second. But y'all gonna pay for these haters. I told y'all. Yeah, we got a $4 from Priest Dudley. Nelo's 2 draws could arguably be 2 losses, but it's bad judging. Shout out to Felicia Hernandez as well. $2 in the Cash App. Much love. Did Canelo even train? Yeah, he trained. Canelo, he's cocky. I'm not like, I don't know him personally, but I know people, and just trust me, he's arrogant. Like, my ish don't stink. He's arrogant. That's why I say diva. He's arrogant. He thought he thought it was sweet with Bivol, bro. Bro, the amazing thing that no one else is talking about, leave it to your boy Ego, with the Bivol fight, with how Bivol fought. This is amazing to me. Listen up. This is amazing thing that you only probably will get here unless they say it because they listen to me and they said it after me. The amazing thing about Bivol is this, and the tenor of the fight is this. Canelo was getting his hands wrapped. Canelo was getting his hands wrapped. Eddie Hearn brought Katie Taylor, who just recently fought against Amanda Serrano, into his dressing room. The amazing thing about how this proves how beautifully Bivol boxed. Canelo, every time the camera showed him, he's been fighting since he was 15. Canelo looked supremely calm. If you watch my Boxing Eagle watch party, I was like, man, Canelo looks real chill, very composed. And when he was getting his hand wrapped, Katie Taylor walked in his room and he was like, oh yeah, you're a good fighter, you know, good fight, I enjoyed it. He looked like he wasn't even about to fight. He looked that calm because he's been at this level for so long. He's been fighting as a pro since 15. He's used to it, right? And if you go, don't take my word for it. Go to the Boxing Eagle watch party, and right when the fight started, I said, man, Canelo looked super calm, and Bivol looked a little bit nervous, you know? And I said, let's see if he can, you know, if he has any jitters when he fights. But it was just an observation. Bivol was like, he didn't really have much facial expression, but he looked a little bit nervous. And then Canelo looked like the calm before the storm. So I'm like, uh-oh, right? The beautiful thing about this fight is Canelo came out trying to blast Bivol, trying to blast him. And he still, the first 2-3 rounds, he looked that calm. But when Bivol started to best him and win them rounds, like 3, 4, 5 or whatever, and it was doing good and puzzling Canelo, all of a sudden the tenor of the fight and the ebb and flow of the fight shifted. And Canelo, who looked insanely calm in the first 2 rounds, in that middle to all the way to the end, he didn't look so calm. He looked deflated. And you guys have to see, I don't just watch boxing at punches thrown and stuff. I look at body language. I look at facial expressions. I look at mannerism. I have a keen set of senses. And that's what I tap into. I listen to sound, see if I can hear someone grunt, anything. So that's why when it comes to boxing, I got to be the greatest because I'm tapped in to all of my senses, all the 5 senses. I'm really trying to see what is unfolding. And Canelo, by mid-fight, was breathing hard, and he looked completely deflated. And Bivol was like starting to rev up, and he kept it. Like Bivol, he wasn't as offensive in the first 2 rounds, but he started working up to that, and as he started to crescendo, as he started to ascend, Canelo started to descend. And Canelo looked like, bro, like there's a sequence where Bivol, and the other thing that people are sleeping on with Bivol is his patience. Canelo wants you to overcommit. He wants you to, Canelo, like it or not, all that like Mexican style and stuff, what people say is Mexican style, Canelo don't really fight like that, bro. He's flashy. He has flashy hand speed and stuff, but he doesn't really fight like that. David Benavidez is more typical, whatever you want to call it, Mexican style. Canelo Alvarez is a counter puncher, boxer puncher. You know what I mean? But where Canelo went wrong is he did it. This is going to sound so crazy. When I tell you this, it's going to sound so crazy. And people are going to be like mad at me because what I'm saying sounds so crazy. If y'all want me to say it, let's get the likes up. And can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want me to just spill the beans and say it and get the crowd riled up, can I get a hell yeah? Y'all gonna be so mad. All right. I'm about to say it. Don't get mad at me. I'm only being real. Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez fought the same in their last fight and lost. I know that. I know it sounds crazy. Hey, I know.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Payday, payday. You want payday. I know that.
I'm going to say it again. In their last fight, which also turned out to be losses, Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Payday, they fought the same way. They came out super disrespectful, disrespecting the sweet science, and trying to blaze and ice and knock out and load up and power shot their opponent to death. That's what they tried to do. They came out, this is boxing, people. This is the sweet science. Canelo got way too many fights, way too much experience. He's way too good of a fighter to go in and think you gonna fight a big Russian. You know what I mean? I don't want to cuss as much on this. So a big Russian, right? That has an amateur pedigree. Some of y'all don't know. Bivol's amateur record is like 342-6 or something crazy, bro. Canelo didn't even fight like this when he was in the lighter division. Bro, Canelo, he's regressing. Listen, there's two things in this world. You can progress or you can regress. Although Canelo became undisputed, you see, y'all look at low-hanging fruit. He fought who he fought. He fought like New Kids on the Block, all Caucasian fighters, mostly with certain styles, to become undisputed. And the world of boxing ate it up like it was porridge. And said, oh, Canelo, he's the best Mexican fighter ever. Stop. Not as long as Julio Cesar Chavez has a name, and Barrera and Juan Manuel Marquez and Morales. Stop. But you guys ate that up. He wasn't diversifying his schedule. You guys gave him all this credit for fighting who he fought. And I told you this. But anyway, Canelo's regressed. Now he's flat-footed. Now he's trying to blaze everybody. Bro, Canelo, listen to me, bro. Canelo at 154, he landed power shots like on Angulo and Lara and stuff, but he wasn't just trying to blaze Lara with everything power loaded up. I thought he lost a lot of. He definitely would have lost a lot of there. So why would you move up in weight over the course span a couple years, move up in weight and you fight like that? Teofimo, write this down. Ego said it. Teofimo Lopez in his loss to George Kambosos and Canelo Alvarez in his loss to Bivol, they fought the same way. They fought totally disrespectful, as if Bivol wasn't ish. Like Bivol was just a chump. Like George Kambosos just a chump. Bro, it's an ignorant way to fight when you're supposed to. Teo was coming off the Lomachenko win and Canelo's coming off undisputed. And you out here trying to body the man with all power shots. I mean, that's just foolish. But that shows to me a bit of the arrogance and the cockiness that Canelo had arrived at and Teofimo beating Lomachenko had arrived at. And as more time goes on, it really goes to show us how special Floyd Mayweather is. Canelo arguably has 4 or 5 losses, literally. You could easily and comfortably argue that Canelo should have 4 or 5 losses. Floyd Mayweather 50-0, and everybody he lost, or not lost to, but everybody he had a close fight to, he for the most part rematched, like Castillo and Maidana. when Canelo, EO Panther, when Canelo moves back to 68, I still think he avoids Charlo, Andre, Benavidez. Who will he fight after Triple G? I don't know. I have no idea. But this new version of Canelo is not as good, bro. He's trying to load up. Block Omar. You a bum. Everybody in the chat type BUM. We got another bum. Bum of the month club. Bro, Canelo losing, me talking about it, I talk about everything in boxing. I have job security like a muff because these idiots will click on the video to hear Boxing Ego talk about what the title says it's about just to complain. Pure bums. Listen to me. I have the ultimate job security. Work for yourself, people. If you can find an exit strategy out of your job, work for yourself. I have the ultimate job security where I tell you, YouTube gives you a certain amount of characters to write metadata and titles and descriptions. I tell you what the video is about. People click on the video, which gives attention and ultimately attracts more people in the YouTube algorithm, which attracts more money, only to complain that I'm talking about what they clicked on. Oh, you're still talking about Canelo? But you clicked on the video that said it's about Canelo. Bum. Job security, people. So, yeah, Canelo, he fought like Teofimo Lopez, bro. Like he literally, and it was amazing from Bivol's perspective to see how Bivol broke him down and how Bivol deflated Canelo. That was impressive. That was very impressive from Bivol to see how he boxed and put it all together. And by the fight's end, bro, Canelo's a liar, bro. I'll say it. Listen, I don't care what y'all talking about. Canelo Alvarez is a liar. He knows he didn't win that fight. Liar. And you want me to listen, I don't have sympathy for somebody who can't keep it real. You're a liar, sir. You lied. He's saying that he knew. Canelo the liar, Alvarez, is saying that he won the fight. He didn't even watch the fight back. And he said he won. Bro, he didn't even like watch the fight back. And he had already said he won. That's emotion, bro. You know you didn't win that fight. Arguably, that's worse than the Triple G fights, to be honest. Because he had more moments of success, I would say, in the Triple G fights. So this is like probably the worst outside of Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So you're lying. You know you didn't win. If you watch, don't take my word for it. Go look at the highlights. Watch when the fight ended. Bivol put his arm up, like all the way up. Bivol put his arm up because he knew he had bodied Canelo. Canelo Alvarez looked tired, deflated, and disappointed. Period. Your body, it's like Scarface. Scarface Mentiroso. Yeah, exactly. He a liar. He out here lying. You know you didn't win. Bro, Mentiroso. Listen. Like in the movie with Al Pacino's Scarface, he said, the eyes, Chico. The eyes never lie. The eyes never lie. They say the eyes are the gateway to one's soul. I looked, seeing Canelo and seeing his eyes and his body language, and you could tell he knew he had lost, bro. So why even play this game like you really thought you won? Like, and then, hold on. We got $5 from my boy Daniel. Let's see if Rolly can do this to Tank. I mean, I don't know. We're going to find out. I know both of them, so, you know, may the best man win. Let's go. But, I mean, that really don't have nothing to do with Canelo, but whatever. Anywho, appreciate you for the $5. he know he didn't win, bro. His body language was showing you he didn't win. Like, he looked depressed. He looked like he knew I got bested and embarrassed. Like, there was a sequence that you can find on the internet where Bivol like jumped in, was blasting Canelo with punches, and then he would back up and like reset and see what Canelo was gonna do. And then Canelo looked tired trying to like be on the ropes and didn't have the energy for it and was getting tagged on top of that, right? And then Canelo, he went like this, like signal, bro, you don't look cool doing that because you look complete. Just watch that. Listen, bro, just watch that fight and watch that sequence. Bivol was like bop, 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 and Canelo was getting touched, trying to dodge some of it, and he was getting hit, and he looked slow and sluggish on them ropes. And then Bivol backed up to see, like, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't get countered, or to see what, you know, he's playing cat and mouse game. Like Floyd did to Canelo when he was on the ropes, trying to get cute, right? Jumped in like Amir Khan did, which won Amir Khan the first 4 rounds. But it was Bivol, more power, you know, longer arms, bigger guy, blah, blah, blah. Canelo went like this. And he looked deflated. He looked tired. Just that alone showed me that Canelo it was an uphill battle from that point. He was hurt. He didn't, like, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter. I told you that. When Roy would showboat, he was in complete control. And he is like full of energy and vigor. Canelo was getting blasted on the ropes and then trying to rile his crowd up or whatever and go like this. And he looked completely exhausted as he's doing that. And he was getting touched up on the ropes. But you won, okay. He said Bivol showed pity. You know, I wouldn't say pity. I wouldn't say pity for, I think Bivol probably expected more from Canelo, so he didn't want to get greedy. That's what I think. So Canelo might get stopped in the rematch. There's that. Bro, I don't think he was showing pity or carrying Canelo. I think that Bivol was like, if somebody hypes a person up and tells you that this person is unbeatable and all this stuff and hits crazy hard and all this, you've seen the tapes of this person, you're probably going to be a little bit more cautious. So I think Bivol was just being a little bit respectful based on the reputation of Canelo. But now Bivol already shared the ring with him for 12, can watch the tape and, you know, add this to his training camp, made some money. He'll probably stop Canelo, especially at 175. You know, I don't know how comfortable he makes 168, but if they fight at 179, he might at least drop Canelo, maybe even stop him. Because instead of it being a reset in round 1, it'll be round 13. And he'll just pick up where he left off because he has an understanding of Canelo's identity. Like, it's not to say that a person can't improve, because Jorge Masvidal underestimated Usman and he said he never really hurt me. And then he got knocked out in the rematch. So, you know, anything can happen. But I don't know that Canelo can really hurt Bivol easily. And then if he does hurt him, he's going to have to walk through some fire. And based on how deflated Canelo was looking and all that, I really don't know, bro. If he fights at 75, book it. I'm picking Bivol. I'm picking Bivol. Some guys just got your number, bro. Styles make fights. So Canelo picked the wrong cherry. Bro, he picked a cherry bomb and it blew up in his face. He said Bivol said he said Bivol already said he couldn't feel his punches. I'm done, bro. I know he didn't say that about Benavidez though. He said he couldn't feel them punches. That's hilarious. Felicia Hernandez, arguably this was Canelo's worst performance. Yeah, it was bad. I still rank the Mayweather one too. it's Bivol or Mayweather. It's different fights though, bro. The reason why the Mayweather one was bad because he was undefeated and he was way bigger than Floyd. Bro, can you imagine if Floyd was Bivol size and like 6 foot? Bro, Canelo would get knocked out by Floyd. Floyd moved up 5 weight classes. You see what I'm saying? Floyd moved up 5 weight classes. Canelo's in his 4th weight class and he was tied. Bro, Floyd is a god. Pacquiao's a god. Them dudes, bro, Chavez is a god. Salvador Sanchez is a god. Canelo's a great fighter. Bro, Floyd moved up 5 weight classes. 5. When Floyd and Canelo fought, Canelo outweighed him by 15 to 20 pounds. See, this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of cap in boxing, and hopefully you guys, like the channel and stuff, subscribe so you can learn more about it. If you look at pictures of Cotto, when Canelo fought Cotto, Canelo looked huge next to Cotto, bro. I met Cotto, right? In Oakland. When I met Cotto, like it was at a fight. I didn't even know it was Cotto, bro. I thought it was somebody's little kid or something. Cause I'm a big dude. I thought it was like a kid, I thought it was like a Rican kid or something. We got everything in the Bay. I thought it was a Rican kid. Bro, Cotto was tiny. Cotto was little. Cause I never met him. I only seen him on TV. But when you see, I've been around celebrity, bro. I thought it was like a Rican kid, you know what I'm saying? And he was out here. I was like, oh, we got a Amber Alert. You see what I'm saying? I thought it was like an Amber Alert, like somebody's child had he escaped, like Code Adam. But it was Cotto. I was like, oh, that's Cotto. Oh, my bad. Bro, he's small. I promise you. I've been around Canelo, all them. Ward, all of them. Kovalev, bro. I thought it was someone kid, bro. He's like, how is that bro, Cotto, he was mad tiny to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me, look, my man, see, my boy, he coming through with the backup. That's what I'm talking about. Bro, I met Cotto and he's small AF, but I'm 6 feet. That's what I'm saying. So imagine me when I'm over 6 feet. Bro, I thought Cotto, I thought it was like a little, Rican kid was just out here in the Bay wilding. I was like, hey, child. Oh, that's Miguel. That's Miguel. Oh, bro, he was small. And Canelo looked huge next to him and never even stopped him or dropped him. Floyd almost stopped Cotto. And Floyd is smaller than Cotto. Bro, Canelo, like I've said before, and now that you Papi Muñeños and all the Canelo mad fans is super angry, bro, Canelo is not as good as Floyd. That is now official. Bro, that is now official. Canelo is not, he'll never be as good as Floyd Mayweather. He done lost 4 fights for real, in real time. I'm not talking about Levi Martinez, Adelaide Bird, and all this stuff. In real time, if you're a fan of boxing, if you was watching Telemundo and you didn't know Triple G, you didn't know who Canelo was, you didn't know who Lada was, you didn't know who Canelo was, you didn't have CJ Ross in the room, you would be like, he lost some of them fights, bro. Now, Cotto, he's a great fighter. Bro, Canelo is never going to be as skillful as Floyd. But anyway, it's going to be an uphill battle for him. It's going to be an uphill battle because it's like boxing gets to a point of where do you go from here? Like, I really want to know that. Where does Canelo go from here? Like, honestly, where does he go from here? If you fight Bivol again, that might get ugly, bro. Like, how do you go? What do you do with Bivol? Like, outside of him lying and saying he won, you lost and you lost bad. And see, my thing is this. Oh, here's the picture. Here's the picture, y'all. Bro, look. Look at this man. Look at how small Cotto. Come on, bro. Look at his arm. Bro, look at how big this dude was. Bro, they don't even look in the same weight class. And see, this is, bro, look at Cotto arm. And Cotto's in shape, but it's like he just lean and, bro, come on, bro. And here's the thing. Bro, if you want Canelo sorrow and the violins and stuff, unsubscribe immediately, because you're not going to get it from me at all. What a turn of events. What a turn of events where Canelo fans are now crying. They're now crying about Canelo being undersized from the same person that fought Jose Cito Lopez. From the same person that pulled him up. From the same person that fought a 41-year-old Carlos Baldomir, who was way smaller than Canelo when they fought. From the same person that fought Sugar Shane Mosley. From the same person that fought Cotto, and I just showed you the picture, and Cotto looked dumb small. From the same person that brought Amir Khan and his no chin have himself up to Canelo weight at 155. Bro, what are we talking about? They're like, oh, and the thing about it is this. Bro, the thing about it is this. Canelo is not really small. His stature and height, he's not the tallest. But he's not small. You see what I'm saying? Like, Sebastian Fundora, he's tall, but he's like real skinny and wiry. That's what I'm saying. Canelo's not built like that. He's not built like a 5'8" Fundora. Canelo is not small. There's these misconceptions because you want to protect Canelo's identity, right? You want Canelo's loss to go away and all this stuff. So you want participation trophies. I don't do participation trophies. Mike Tyson was 20 years old fighting 6'6" guys at 218 pounds. And he was short too. It's doable. You got guys like even Amir Mansour. He's short for a heavyweight. He's short for a heavyweight. And he fighting at heavyweight. Steve Cunningham is really a cruiserweight, but he fought at heavyweight and dropped Tyson Fury. Canelo gets no sympathy. This new modern age of boxing, most guys are going to be bigger. Like there's guys that don't, their walk around weight is like Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz. Their walk around weights are not no dang 147. I can assure you. Bro, I'm pretty good with the eye test. There's no way Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis walk around at 147 at all. But they fight at 147. So it's like this new modern era of boxing, that's just what it is. Wilder literally weighed 212.5 and Tyson Fury weighed like 256 in their first fight, and Wilder knocked him out. And really the fight could have been stopped because he was unconscious. That's why you see so many guys in this new era constantly struggling to make weight. You know what I'm saying? They walking around like even Rolly. Shout out to Rolly. But Rolly, bro, he posts pictures of it. Rolly posts pictures. See, that's why people are saying, oh, the tank fight's easy. Bro, y'all must not follow Rolly. Bro, you must not follow Rolly. Rolly be posting pictures of him on the scale. And so, like, I swear it said like 180 something. 190, bro. And I know Rolly, he's not small, bro. And he be cutting down and making 135. That's where we're at in boxing right now. Shakur Stevenson don't look little. He got stretch marks right here, bro. He look kind of big. I don't know how he was making featherweight, but that's it. That's what it is. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, that's this new era of boxing. There's not that many B-Hops and Pacquiao's and Mayweathers anymore, where they just stay light and all year round and stuff. That's just what it is. But people now, it's funny that the main man that had weight requirements and quick turnarounds and rehydration clauses and weight clauses and Santa clauses, Canelo Alvarez, now Canelo's fan base, Canelo's base wants you to feel sorry for Canelo because he was shorter than the person. Bro, literally, Canelo, if Canelo and Bivol's not even the biggest light heavyweight. I've seen big light heavyweights before. He's not even the biggest light heavyweight, bro. Not even close. But here's the thing. If they did an official weigh-in of Bivol and Canelo on the night of the fight, we don't really know that Canelo was under what Bivol was under. At all. How do we know that? Bivol's not the biggest guy. People don't know anything about boxing or life, and they just going off Bivol being taller. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know how much Canelo rehydrates to at this moment. Yeah, Joe Smith Jr., that's a union worker. That boy is like lifting bricks and cinder blocks, mortar, bags of mortar. Bro, Joe Smith would knock you out. Let's go. Yeah, Bivol's not the biggest light heavyweight. So y'all making excuses because you mad Canelo lost. That's what it is. You mad because Canelo lost. Just say that. But all this, bro, shout out to Business Brain. Hey, Business Brain a fool. That's hilarious. Bro. And why do people have all this sympathy for Canelo all of a sudden? Andre Ward, bro, Sullivan Barrera, I was at that fight. Sullivan Barrera was undefeated and way bigger than Andre Ward. Because Ward, especially that fight, because he had just moved up from 68. But skills pay the bills. Andre Ward fought a puncher and dominated him. Stop this gangster. Block him. Who is that? Yeah, when they hate donate, he said, stop this gangster. What? Stop this gangster rap. We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against you thugs. Boom, boom. It's the daggest raggest. You feeling this drip for the rough. Bro, who is that? He said, we're not against rap. We're not against rappers, but we are against you thugs. Bro, get him out of here. You feeling this drip for the rough. Bro, who was that? He said these gangsters. Bro, shut your McLovin ass up. Man, get him out of here, bro. You feeling the drip of the Canelo bucket of buckshot. Bro, Canelo got hit with the buckshots. Bro, get him out of here. What they talking about? He said these gangsters. I saw the hate, so I don't. See, y'all need to be like EO Panther. Bro, let me continue to crush the Canelo Man fans. Look, that's Kovalev and Bivol. Kovalev's bigger with longer arms. You feeling the strip for the rub, pop. Bro, Nello get popped with a buckshot. No, bro. The way Bivol, listen, Bivol was boxing Canelo's head up. You feeling the strip for the rub, pop. Canelo shot with a. Bro, Canelo pop with a box shot, though. He was getting rocked. So Bivol and Kovalev was bigger. Block him. Boxing Ego, the best media out. Let's get it. Bro, so you're making excuses. Bivol had a great coach, great game plan, and whooped him. Bro, Canelo got whooped. The same people crying he's too small said nothing when he fought Kovalev and knocked him out. So how's he too small? Now the same people, bro, Kovalev is bigger, had a better resume, because Kovalev fought before Canelo. Bivol's best names were guys like Jean Pascal. Kovalev beat Jean Pascal twice by knockout, and Bivol knocked him by beat him by decision after Kovalev had already knocked him out. So Kovalev had a better resume. He had longer arms, has longer arms, and Canelo knocked him out. And y'all said it was a credible. See, bro, the Canelo man fans is trife. They live in that trife life. They told me that the Kovalev win was great and it made and established Canelo as a actual great light heavyweight. But now they trying to back off the block saying he's too small. So how, yeah, Mr. Shav, yeah, let's get it. The money keep coming in. The money keep coming in. He flexing on y'all. Boss. Facts. Block Trent. Block him. He said no. There's no to it. I already made a video about it. Block him. Block him because he ain't got his facts right. Block Trent. Bro, Bivol has a 72-inch reach. Kovalev's is a half inch greater. But since you thought you was smarter, then you get blocked. You die for what you believe in like a martyr. They always making excuses, trying to lie on my name. Bro, how do I know this stuff off the top of my head? Y'all not, if you're going to correct me, correct me. If you can't correct me, don't correct me. That's how it works. When they hate, donate. Bivol has shorter arms. According to BoxRec, which is the accepted, measure, there's no one bigger than BoxRec when it comes to the measurements in boxing. So we're going with that. And it says Kovalev has longer arms. Next, who next? And when Canelo knocked out Kovalev brutally, y'all said it was a great classic victory and Kovalev was a certified threat. So then now that he didn't beat Bivol, why are the Canelo fans crying and saying he's too small? And bro, and listen how stupid the Canelo man fans sound as well. So on top of saying the Kovalev fight was a great win and Kovalev wasn't washed, which is what I was saying, they're saying that he's too small and all that. We don't even know how much he rehydrated to at all. So we don't even know if it was close or if he outweighed Bivol. We don't know. Because Amir Khan fought Canelo at 55 and he said Canelo rehydrated to 180 something. Look it up. 180 something. So if he was at 154 rehydrating to 180, who knows how much he weighing now if he's fighting at 175 and in between that he also failed a drug test, right? Who knows what he weighs now? Look it up. Look it up. Canelo versus Amir Khan. Amir Khan said he rehydrated to 183, 180 something. I think it was 183. So that was like several years, 2016, like Mayweather Pacquiao, 2015, somewhere around there. So if he was rehydrating to 180 then, how much does he weigh on fight night now? Since he's fought at 60, 64.5, 68, 75. So we don't really know. Bivol's not the biggest light heavyweight anyway. He's not Joe Smith big. So I'm not crying over Canelo's weight. He lost, bro. And he showed that he can handle bigger guys. you couldn't handle the bigger guy with skill. That's what it is. This is why you try to cherry pick and it blew up. Bro, Canelo has handled bigger guys than he, and Gula was bigger than him at the time. You know, guys like Caleb Smith. It's not the fact that Bivol was so much bigger. It's the fact that he was so much better. That's a bar. Listen, when it comes to boxing, I get the cheese. I get that cheddar. It's not that Bivol was so much bigger. It's that he was better. You dig me? People keep saying, oh, the weight. Bro, it's not just the weight. Canelo, for all we know, could have weighed the same as him. It's the fact that he whooped you up and he was crispy. He had a game plan. Like, bro, listen, the crybaby Canelo Chupapi Muñeños, the Cinnabons, they're saying Bivol was so big. Canelo was getting punched up and did this. Bro, look. Bro, Canelo is carrying, his feet are in the air like you taking your girl to the bedroom or something. Bro, you ever take your girl, it's Mr. Nasty time. Bro, you ever have Mr. Nasty time with your girl? And then you put her over your shoulder and take her to the bed caveman style, like, let's go, girl. And she's like, okay. And you're like, okay. You Fred Flintstone, just whoosh, you put her over your back. Bro, the man is carrying him, his legs in the air. But he's so small. Bro, how did he do that then? Why he carrying him like Arnold in Commando when he had that log? Bro, remember when Arnold was walking with the log? Bro, my boy Arnold was carrying a tree. Pumping iron. Get down. Bro, he was carrying him. So how you that small? Like, bro, like, okay, I dated this girl. She was fine too. She was Spanish. She was like 5'1". She can't carry me. Bro, she'll break her back like Mike Tyson trying to carry me. So Canelo's strong. That wasn't the issue. How did he carry him, bro? He was carrying him like Arnold with the log in the remember in the Commando? Remember when I told you I'll kill you last? Yeah, I lied. Ego, Mexico got respect for Zurdo Ramirez. More respect. Shout out to San Diego and Mexico City. That's why he didn't fight Zurdo Ramirez too. Zurdo been calling him out since 200 BC. Bro, if Canelo was this like weakling and the size and all that, how did he lift this dude up like that? And he was walking with him. He's like, I can't beat him. I guess I'll walk with him around my neck. Bro, the ref's like, man, Canelo, let him go. Let him go. And he's like, I was ready. Bro, he's walking with a man on it like he's a baby or something. He walking with a man on his neck. He walking with a man on his neck and you tell me, oh, Canelo, he was too small. Then how he do that? Bro, how? Bro, look at this, just look ridiculous, bro. He is Superman that you. Soldier boy, tell him. Bro, look at this. Bro, Canelo's too small, but he got a whole man on his neck. Bro, the Canelo is over. This, I told you, this was literally the worst fight outcome that could have ever happened to you. Even if Benavidez knocked out Canelo or something like that, okay, it's Benavidez. You, bro, you have a man. That's not a baby. That's a whole man, bro. He has a man on his neck and he's walking. He's not about being small. You got outskilled, partner. Bro, the ref's like, come on, Canelo. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Bro, he's walking with this guy on his neck. This like he going to the bedroom with his gal. He got to, like he a rack of ribs or something. Bro, it's not about him being too small, because if he's too small, he wouldn't be lifting this man after getting punched up in whatever round this was. Bro, he walking with a man. The Canelo fans, just face it. You feel dumb, you look dumb, and you built Canelo into something he couldn't live up to. Bro, people say, listen, people told me that Canelo would destroy Andre Ward. but now he's too small. If Andre Ward fought Canelo, who wins? I want to see this. I want to see this. From what you know about fighters, prime for prime, if Ward fought Canelo, who would win? Put the last name of the fighter. Ward. SOG, stop it. Nah, but it's not stop it because the maniac Canelo fans, I've said that for years, but they're like, nah, Ward will get stopped. Bro, he didn't stop Bivol. He didn't stop Caleb Smith. Why would Ward get stopped? And Ward has his own style. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. The Canelo Chupapi Muñeños told me that Canelo would walk through Artur Beterbiev. Is you kidding? Block money. Bro, that's a good name for you because you broke. So your money's on You got that silent money because you broke. Let's keep going. Get this broke bum out of my chat. His name is Money. That's exactly what the money's doing in your bank account. Saying, shh, we not in here. We sleep. You can't withdraw us. All right, let's keep going. Canelo versus Beterbiev at 175. Who wins? Who wins? Previously, y'all said Beterbiev, he was beatable because of Marcus Brown. He said Ward 10-2. God dang. Bro, he said 10-2. That sounds crazy. Bro, Beterbiev will punch a mud hole in Canelo's face, bro. Weight classes exist for a reason, and Beterbiev, he like 16-0, 16 knockouts, can box, showed his toughness with a cut last fight. Man, come on. But you guys this is what the Canelo Chupapi Muñeños was telling me. They were saying he would walk through Beterbiev. You can't even beat Bivol. Different style, but they're complaining about him like, bro, Bivol hurt you. If Bivol hurt you at 75 and your base is now saying you're too small for 75, then Beterbiev for sure can knock you out. Period. No disrespect to Bivol. Different styles. But I'm going to say it again. If Bivol hurt you multiple times at 175 and now your crying ass fans are saying that you're too small and all this other stuff, then Beterbiev can certainly get you out. You better Biev on your best behavior. Bro, that's a bar. Listen. You better Biev on your best behavior if you fight that man. Because if you got tired like you were tired in the fight with Bivol, bro, Canelo would look like Weekend at Bernie's. Do you understand? He would look like Weekend at Bernie's. Just, these others ain't loyal. When I want you, man, and them haters can't do nothing. Bro, do you understand? Bro, all that languishing on the ropes and the fake when you was slow and you was like fake blocking the punches, Beterbiev would, that version of Canelo that we seen, we could never see him in there with Beterbiev looking like that because it would be over, bro. Beterbiev, when he got that cut with Marcus Brown, a U.S. Olympian who's bigger than Canelo and was winning some of the early rounds, Beterbiev turned it up and had the man bleeding back and he got thumped. Beterbiev got thumped. Bivol, he got some good power. But Beterbiev got thumped. There's a difference. Beterbiev is like really, really. He said war stops Canelo. I agree. Beterbiev really for real got thumped. That would be a horrible fight for him. Shout out to Felicia again. She said Beterbiev's a serial killer. Word. Beterbiev, like he couldn't. Canelo was tired in there. He was tired. He couldn't even do his special moves right. Like Imagine playing Street Fighter and then Guile, when he's fresh, he's like, Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Canelo was like, Sonic Boom. Bro, that's not how the character is supposed to be. Like, that's not how the character, bro. Guile be fresh. You, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic. He don't be like, Sonic Boom, Sonic. Bro, he was out of it. Saget is Tiger. Like, he doesn't say Tiger uppercut, Tiger uppercut, Tiger flame. Bro, you can't be tired in there. Street Fighter characters didn't get tired. Sonic Boom. Woohoo. When I feel Sonic, I boom. Bro, you can't be tired. Tiger. Woo. Ego got the Canelo Man fans mad. They broke. There's no Canelo Man fan making what we look. The money keep. I try to tell you. Jamel said $5. Canelo versus Better Beef would be like watching Spider-Man fight the Juggernaut. LOL. Nah, Spider-Man got special powers. He could at least like get out of dodge. Canelo, he couldn't dodge them punches from Bivol. Bro, if he was sitting on them ropes, Better Beef would come get you. Bro, remember when your parents pulled you out the class in the elementary school? That's the scariest feeling. Remember when you were in elementary school cutting up, acting a fool, talking back and shut up, teacher, bitch. And then your mom walk in the classroom to pick you up for an appointment or something. And you're like, oh, you got to play like you doing work. Bro, I used to hate that. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Bro, when you class clowning and then your parents, cause we had an elementary school and it was like a wooden door that weighed like 800 pounds. And then it had like barbed wire and a glass. It was like prison almost, but it had like a little glass window and it wasn't like stained glass. It was like see-through. So I see my mom, oh man. Cause I was like cutting up, you know what I mean? My mom looked through the little window. She knew I was acting bad. She looked through the window like the T-Rex in the first Jurassic Park. Where's the goat? Bro, my mom looked through that window. I was acting a fool. I was like trying to give girls hickeys all the time. I was tripping. My mom she looked in the window like the T-Rex did to the Jeep. Where's the goat? And T-Rex said, yeah, I know y'all in there. Bro, that was the scariest thing when your parents come to that school. I used to hate that. Like, you couldn't give me no notice because I was acting a fool in class. That'd be the worst. Mentally, Canelo has the advantage. Bro, he ain't had nothing, no advantage. What you talking about? I don't know, man. I think Canelo has the strength. He underestimates Bivol. Man, whatever. Yeah, okay. Okay, listen. Bro, y'all some busters, bro. Listen. The Canelo fan base is full of busters, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when Canelo decides to dodge and duck Bivol in a rematch, then what you going to say? So if Canelo does not fight Bivol next, then what you going to burn your Canelo shirt? You gonna call him out for it? Bro, this why I barely even like, you lucky I make money on the internet, because I barely even like being on here because I'm a real life individual. If we ain't like, I'm a competitor, bro. So it need to be about something. You dudes on the internet just say whatever. Let's bet something. Let's put some money up. Does Canelo fight you? So you put 10,000 on Canelo will fight fight Bivol at 175. Come on, let's put some up. Will Canelo Alvarez absolutely, let's put some on it, fight Dimitri Bivol in an immediate rematch at 175? Don't just say, oh, I think he could do this and that. I don't care about that. Okay, how much are you willing to wager? So he has to, his next fight has to be Dimitri Bivol at the full 175 with no rehydration clause. You're that comfortable. How much are you going to wager on that? And you got to put the money in escrow. And I'll put the money in escrow. How much? How much we talking? How much are we talking? You have to put the money in escrow and we'll wait and find out. And whoever is right, that person inherits all the money. We'll sign contracts. Canelo going for greatness. He will rematch. I doubt he will win though. I didn't ask that. How much are you willing to wager? And you have to put the money immediately in an escrow. I'll match it. And then we can do it like that. Is a boxing. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna really see what your texture word. We're gonna really see how much you believe this stuff you're saying. I'll put the money up. Cause I'm not as confident as you. Not 168, not fight Triple G, not fight John Ryder, not fight a tune-up and then fight Bivol, an immediate rematch. Hey, block him. He wasting my time, bro. See, I told you. He just put some eyes. Block him. Now, somebody from the chat gonna pay for him wasting my time. $1. Somebody owe the chat $1. Told you. See, that's what I'm saying. These dudes online, they got motor mouths. They not willing to bet nothing. Canelo knows he lost that fight. So don't be so confident that he takes an immediate rematch. And even if he does, is it going to be at 68 or is it going to be at 75? They'll say anything. That's what you got to understand about the internet. People will say anything. That's what your mouth say. Put something on it. I'm from the Bay, bro. Home of the pimps, players, and hustlers. Put something on it. You feel froggish leap. I'll match you, but they won't do it. They're not going to do it because they just want to say it because it's therapeutic. He ain't going to put no real money on that. He know how Canelo move. You know I'm right. You know I'm the prodigal son. You saying it because it makes you feel better about saying it. I'm saying what I really feel. That's why, bro, imagine if we lived in a world where everything you say there was a cost associated with it. Because people love money. People love currency. Right? Imagine if there was every word that came out of your mouth was like a price tag. Like, so if you say 8 sentences, that cost you $80. It was $10 a sentence. Right? So if you say $80 worth of ish, you say $1,000 worth of ish, and then that like time happens and we find out if what that $80, $1,000 worth of speech that you put out, if it was true or false, these dudes would be homeless. These dudes would be homeless. Because they just run their mouth and they can't put nothing behind it. Bro, if you took I guarantee if you took everything that I've ever said on my channel and every video, every speech, there was a way we could quantify and say, hey, you said 1,000 words, that's $1,000. You said 10,000 words, that's $10,000. I'll be up on my channel. I'll be up. Everything I say doesn't always happen. I'm human, but I guarantee you more often than not, that would prevail and I'd be up. You would look at old media and you look at their channel, they be penniless. They be washing dishes. They be doing DoorDash or whatever they would be doing because they would be in the negative. So I wish there was a way in this world that we could charge people for the words you say. Like people say anything online. Oh, ego, I'm gonna slap you when I see you. Don't come to New York. I went to New York. And I'm not like I'm looking for trouble, but I'm just saying, you said you was going to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I came out there, so you would lose the money. That's the internet for you. People say anything. Oh, You can't come to you this and you whack and woo, 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 woo. My shooters took care of that. You don't got to worry. Have no fear. My shooters is here. So I really wish there was a way that we just to illustrate, I wish we could put a price tag on what people say. So then if somebody was saying like Martin Luther King, that speech would be priceless. I have a dream. That would be a priceless speech. He was actually talking about something that matters. He was actually talking about something for humanity. So that would be a priceless work of art. And there's a lot of great speakers like the Malcolm X has a lot of stuff, Bruce Lee or Martin Luther King, you know, a lot of Bob Marley has a lot of great quotes, right? And then we can really see in this world who's providing knowledge, who's saying stuff that really matters. See, there we go. We got a $20 from Ben Him. Yeah. Shout out to Ben Him J. Appreciate you. These dudes say whatever. Oh, Canelo, he'll do this and that. But then when he doesn't rematch Bivol, if that's the case, then they'll just disappear. Just like they said, like, how many people said Canelo was gonna knock out Bivol in one round? It didn't happen, then they disappear. That's boxing for you. Notice these guys just tend to disappear after everything, after they're proven, so they just run their mouth, say whatever, and then when it's not true. Listen, this whole video is not to kick Canelo when he's down. He lost. That's just what it is. But in closing, y'all made this monster. Y'all said that Canelo, there's fight week. They said Canelo could fight at heavyweight, bro. Heavyweight. Bro, the Canelo fan base is too toxic by and large. They're too toxic. You have Canelo's base that agreed with him that he would be able to fight at heavyweight and beat Usyk. But now the same people, after seeing him get dismantled by Bivol, are now saying that light heavyweight was a bridge too far. Then how were you going to beat Usyk at 201? Bro, get these dudes and women or whoever out of the sport of boxing. You're not a real fan of boxing. If you're now complaining at someone, like, it's called light heavyweight, right? You on fight week for your fight with the light heavyweight, you're talking about Canelo fighting a heavyweight, not a light heavy, an actual heavyweight who just beat Joshua, and Joshua was 260 and is a knockout artist. And the Canelo man fans have got to be the most current delusional fan base in all of boxing. I firmly believe that. The most delusional fan base. If now the narrative switches, he dared to be great, he tried his best, he's not big enough for light heavyweight, then why were you guys talking about Canelo fighting not at light heavyweight, but fighting at heavyweight against Usyk, a gold medalist? And then when I said it in real time that was cap, y'all said I was lying and hating. But then now that it didn't work out for Canelo in this particular fight, now the fans are like, oh, he's not a big guy and he's not a light heavyweight. But you were also the same base that said he was going to fight Usyk, a gold medalist who just beat Joshua at 201 pounds. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's no level of gain. There's no knowledge being transferred. It's pure man-fanisms and fanboyisms with many, not everyone, but many of Canelo's fans. You know, they said he was the Mexican Floyd. Floyd who? Pink Floyd? Not Mayweather. So when it all unravels and people like trying to increase the peace and say, and like, it's like block A Goose. When they hate, donate. Block A Goose. When they hate, donate. He said this is still going on. He can't believe it. We still up here talking boxing. We still up here making money. Yeah, we making money. Of course it's still going on. When now y'all gonna pay for him. Block him. Bro, I'm an animal. I'm animalistic. I'm a machine. They can't even believe the work ethic. They can't. He's like, this is still going on. People are still in here. He's still working. This is what I do. This is what I love. I work for myself. So it's like I never have to work a day in my life. When they hate, donate. They can't even fathom somebody having this much energy, somebody having this much passion, somebody making it look this pretty, somebody making it look this easy. But here I am. Notice they, again, the Canelo Man fans, they angry with the topic, but it doesn't stop it. I'm still going to keep talking about everything that I have scheduled to talk about. You can be here or be square. It really doesn't matter because we still in here. We still talking about it. The money keep coming. See, when they hate, donate. The beta male can't help. Bro, I'm going to get rich off beta males. Ain't that crazy? I'm about to be rich off beta males. The beta's going to pay. Bro, I might start a company called Beta Billions. From the bay to million. Bro, listen, we getting paid off the beta males. Every time they hate, we just level up. And I'm going to do more and more on the channel. He said, we work and salute ego. Mr. 704. Shout out to my guy. He said they got that estrogen. They be, bro, it'd be dudes lactating and all this stuff in the comment section. Oh, you're still talking about Canelo? I'm lactating. Bro, what does that got to do with it? Canelo got stomped. And you know what? I guess for me, you know what else is crazy? People are like, oh, Canelo lost. And they're acting all surprised. Why are you surprised? Shout out to my man again. Bye-bye, betas. Why are you surprised? Canelo literally should have 4 losses. It's not that, like, I would be more surprised if Floyd Mayweather lost to whoever. Why are you surprised? This man says 7. I don't know about 7. That might be a lot, but he lost before. So how's that so like? I don't understand like how people are acting like they're so shocked that Canelo lost when he lost. Like if somebody got a face full of pimples and then they get a new pimple on their nose, they're like, "Oh, what is this, bro? Your face, you pizza face. What are we talking about?" Like, bro, just listen, just understand the analogy. If somebody has a face full of pimples and then they wake up and they got another pimple, but they already had pimples, they already had bad acne, you're not going to be like, oh, heavens to Betsy, what is this? Like, but if you have clear skin like me and you don't really get pimples because you actually, see, these dudes are dirtbags. These beta males that watch my channel, the man fans, they're dirtbags. They don't even wash their face. So they got like skin, oily skin or whatever. They be eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza and all this stuff. So they don't got nice skin. But if you have complete acne and you get an extra pimple, you're just like, all right. Bro, have you ever seen the people? Hey, Luis Asante threw me so off. Nah, come on, bro. Listen, y'all got to understand what I'm saying. No, you know the people that got the chronic acne, like where it's real bad? No, come on. Like, listen, I'm being real. I'm trying to give y'all. He said pie face. Bro, I'm talking about where the people have, like, a condition, like, it's, like, horrible acne. And it's, like, ridiculous. Like their skin is like, you know what I'm saying? Like where the skin is just like really like, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro. Hey, y'all, bro, you see what I'm saying? Like where the skin they got like, their skin has issues. If your face is like broken all the way out, listen, if your face is all the way broken out and you get an extra pimple, you're not gonna be like, oh damn, now I got 80, I had 86, but now I got 87. Like, bro, like what? This is y'all are killing me, bro. Bro, if you had 86 pimples when you went to bed, y'all gotta stop, bro. Listen, I'm giving you an analogy. If you went to sleep and you had 86 pimples on your face, and you woke up and you had an extra pimple, an 87th pimple, but you have chronic skin issues, you're not gonna be like, oh man, I got 87 now. What am I to do? Like, bro, you got 86 other pimples. That's Canelo's record, bro. That's Canelo's record. You're not finna be sweat, like, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna be sweating that little joint under them little 2 ones under the lip. You just gonna let it bang out, bro. If my skin was like that, like, you know what I'm saying? You got the little Freddy Krueger joint. You gonna just let these little two pimples. You're like, all right, I got all this. We gonna rock out with these ones, bro. Look, you're not gonna be sweating them little 2. Bro, you tell me you're not gonna be like, oh man, how'd I get these 2? Bro, I'll let this bang. The little Tia and Tamara Mari, the sister, never knew how much I meant. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, oh, how'd I get them 2? That's Canelo's record. He got 2. Look, bro. Listen, I'm trying to show y'all. I'm the king of analogies, bro. Bro, there's Bivol and Mayweather. But then I also see Triple G, Lotta, Triple G2 for some people. You get what I'm saying? He got a draw from Mexico. Bro, look, Mayweather, the bigger one is Mayweather, and then there's Bivol. And he couldn't execute him. He had a game plan, he couldn't execute it. Listen, I said when it comes to the boxing, I'm the best to do it. He had a face full of pimples. He couldn't execute him. He had a game plan, he couldn't execute it. That's what I'm saying. Bro, his whole resume is like that, bro. Look, there go Floyd and Bivol right there. Oh, that's Floyd and Bivol. But then there's also Triple G, Triple G2, Lotta, Levi Martinez. Bro, this is your life. People, Canelo fans, how did he lose? I'm shook. Bro, he wasn't undefeated. What you mean? Hey, my guy Business Brain gotta stop. Business Brain is throwing me off, bro. My point. Hey, my guy just blew, bro. He blew y'all out the water. My man, Mr. 704 said we working. Much love as always, Mr. 704. He said, bro, he always put the 4 cent, the 704. He repping. God bless you. 5704. Can we get some claps up for him? This man out here working. Can we get the claps up? Sexual chocolate, everybody. Can we get the claps up? Sexual chocolate. Much love, my guy. Lena Butterfly. Y'all tripping in the comments. It said, I like that you hold people accountable for what comes out of their mouth. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it. I'm glad people see that. And see, like I said this on Twitter if you follow me. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh my God. He said, I feel this happened in the second fight. I agree with it. he said in his third fight, don't nobody throw in the towel. Nobody better throw in the towel. Let me go on this shield, right? That's what happened. He got knocked out, but he went out on his own terms. Period. Deontay Wilder said, nobody better throw in the towel on me. Don't you throw in the towel on me, right? And I'm going to go out on my shield if need be. And that's how it played out. So respect to Wilder for being in control of his own destiny and giving it a go. That's the same props I'm giving Canelo. I gave Wilder respect. You laced him up. You thought you could beat him. It didn't work out. You had a hell of a performance. You know what I mean? Being hurt. The first round was Wilder's round. Then you got hurt. And then you came back and dropped him twice. Respect. Y'all want me to give Canelo Alvarez this otherworldly credit like he's daring to be great and all this BS. He ain't not doing nothing that no fighter is not doing at all. The only thing he's doing is making more money doing it, and it has like a bigger base. You know what I mean? He's not. He said, give him 3 more losses for. Hey, Ben Him is tripping. He said he need 3 more losses for Charlo Benavidez and not fighting Demetrius Andrade. Wow. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. But that's my thing is like Canelo, he's doing, he didn't dare to be great. Listen to me, out of every single person in boxing, Canelo had the most advantages. Period. He made more money so he can afford an actual deliberate camp. An actual camp. Money is just a tool. But the more money you have, that's what, listen, these people in the comments, they send in the $5 super chat, $50, whatever. That helps the channel so I can do more. I'm one person, so I can produce. I don't have a big company or corporation sponsoring or funding the channel. So everything comes out of my pocket. All the upgrades, the tech, blah, 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 right? The more money you have, this is just common sense. The more money you have, the more it's a tool. So the more it enables you to do. Like all the fights I've covered, if I didn't make money, I wouldn't be able to cover all those fights. Because who's going to pay for the room? Room and board, flight, lodging, food. Common sense. So Canelo, I don't feel sorry. He took a gamble, just like every other fighter, and he came up short. Like for me, and then on top of that, you picked this. You picked this. Like some fights are just mandatories. Like, how come a lot of the Canelo fans that happen to be racist, how come they don't have this same empathy for Wilder when Luis Ortiz outweighs him and hurts him? When Tyson Fury outweighs Wilder? When Sebastian Fundora look like a heavyweight height, you see what I'm saying? He's 6'7", and he has a vicious fight style, and Lubin's looking up to him, punching upward. I don't see the Canelo fans saying Lubin dared to be great, Wilder dared to be great, or anybody else that lost or won even. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying that. Dillian White, he got embarrassed by Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury outweighed him. He's taller than him. He has a great resume with the Wilder fights and Klitschko fights. He made more money. Ain't no Canelo fan was like, oh, Dillian White did his best and all this other stuff. What are we talking about? Dillian White got slept, and then people just said that. Fury, he lost every round. Not too much. The only difference is Dillian White got knocked out. That's the only difference. Dillian White got knocked out. Canelo got hurt but didn't get knocked out. Dillian White fought a bigger man and lost every round. And that's how the fight played out. And then he ended up getting knocked out. Shout out to Ryan Brown. Yeah, when they hate, donate. Man, stop playing with me. We also got a $10 Cash App. Cash App on the screen. We got a $10 Cash App and a $10 Super Chat. What you know about it? Quentin Edge says, man, keep cooking. What is your take on David Benavidez pushing Charlo? I mean, I don't really care about the extracurricular if they not fighting. Charlo got his own fight. Benavidez got his own fight. Hopefully they can fight in the future. You know, that's all I really have to say on that. But it's a great fight. You know what I mean? If Charlo, he's going to be at the deficit. I feel the same way. I think Charlo, he be better. The respect I have for Charlo, the respect I have for David Benavidez, and the respect I have for weight classes, I think Charlo should try. I wouldn't take Benavidez. I'm just telling you. I personally wouldn't take a Benavidez fight straight away. I think people should learn from Andre Ward. And if you're going to fight Kovalev, who's like a slayer in that new division, take a fight or two. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the smart way to go about it. You more often than not, it don't work out your favor if you just jump up. Occasionally it does, like Floyd, Pacquiao versus De La Hoya, stuff like that. But I think weight classes in general are there for a reason. And then boxers got to care about their career. I look at the big picture of every situation. Like for example, I always cared on my YouTube channel about the long term of things. I don't care about being hot for a month. I made sure I was legendary. You see what I'm saying? I'm just a big picture thinker. So fighters, they got to think of the big picture of their career. Like Amir Khan fighting Canelo. That's dumb. That was dumb. I could tell you I told you in real time that was dumb. You got to think about the big, he's never really had any relevant wins outside of that, after that Canelo fight. So you just ruined your career even more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think you should be smart about moving up. Even Canelo, that's why I don't feel sorry for Canelo. Canelo had choice. Canelo could easily stayed at 160 and he moved up. That's his fault. Nobody told, nobody told Canelo, I don't feel bad for Canelo. That is that simple. I don't. Why would I feel bad for a multimillionaire who's getting the biggest checks and he handpicked his next move? He's a free agent. Why would I feel sorry for him? You took the game-winning shot and you airballed it. It is that simple. Can we get the claps up for David Reed? David Reed in the building. We got a new channel member, David Reed. Can we get the claps up? I don't feel bad for that. Canelo, no one else in boxing can pick their fights. No one. Name somebody who just picked and bounced and was a free agent and they can work with Al Heyman, then do their next fights with Eddie Hearn and work with Oscar De La Hoya right before. Nobody had that. Nobody got built up on Floyd Mayweather undercards that's actively fighting consistently. So Canelo came in the game how he want and he believed his own hype. I truly think, I don't think it was about he respected Bivol and chased legacy. Y'all full of I really feel like y'all full of it. He wasn't doing none of that. He thought it was sweet with Bivol and he thought I could get a bag from DAZN and not have to fight these Andrades, which is super difficult style, Charlo, Benavidez, Beterbiev, who I, in my mind, believe, whether it's true or not, will give me a tough fight. So I'm going to go over here and fight Bivol. I looked at Bivol's, go watch Bivol's last two opponents, and especially the Craig Richards fight, and tell me he looked as sensational as he did with Canelo. He didn't. I watched it. So Canelo thought it was sweet, and Bivol was like, I got you. And he prepared. He had a great game plan. He was in shape. He knew the games, like Canelo trying to punch somebody's arm off, and he was ready for it. So that cherry pick went bad. You know, that's what it is. And now this Canelo fans are telling me about Canelo's undersized. Stop it. Like, my thing is this. If you want the king of boxing talk, boxing ego, to feel sorry for Canelo, the world of boxing is gonna have to crumble before my knees and change. And what I mean by that is this. I'm gonna have to start seeing a little bit more equality in these situations for me to give a damn. Like, Devin Haney is not considered the puncher out of him and Kambosos. Devin Haney has been criminally disrespected and called an email champion and all out of his name. And he's literally signed a 2-fight deal to go fight in Australia, where many people, including myself, believe that that is a huge risk and gamble because you know how the judges play it, and you've seen how Jeff Hearn in Australia, how they robbed Pacquiao. Why are we talking about Canelo Alvarez daring to be great by hand selecting what direction his whole career has went in for quite some time and not giving props to Devin Haney? A lot of Canelo's fans, even some of the same people, they're not giving props. They're calling Devin Haney the email champion. They're not like, wow, this black kid from the Bay trains out of Vegas. I'm rocking with him. He's daring to be great. He was with DAZN and he took a 2-fight deal with some other people, ESPN, Lou DiBella, Top Rank, because he's daring to be great. He dealt with not getting Ryan Garcia fights. He dealt with not getting Teofimo fights. He dealt with being ridiculed and called email champion. And he stuck to his guns and left his promoter to go make this work. And he's taken a 2-fight, maybe 3-fight, I think, 2 or 3-fight deal with some other people just to try to set history and get undisputed. I don't see Canelo man fans saying Devin Haney's the man. They insulting him. They wanting George Kambosos to win. They saying he's the email champion still. They saying he's pillow fisted. They saying he got rocked by Jorge Linares. So again, the world of boxing, kiss my ass. The boxing game, if you want me to, you got to keep it even Steven. And everybody that does anything great, even Dimitri Bivol. This man he comes from a country that's in a political like war and invading another country. So that's a bad look on him. He can't have his flag. He can't have his national anthem. And I don't even know what he feels politically, but just the fact that he's born or he's a Russian citizen and that's going on right now, that kind of ties him into that. You see what I'm saying? So he's probably getting hate mail. The odds makers had Canelo a favorite. He was the underdog. He getting hate mail for the Russia stuff, even if he doesn't even support it. I don't know what his stance is on it. You know what I mean? But maybe he doesn't support it. Maybe he does. I don't know. So people looking at him all types of sideways. They said the Triple G fight was done. That's why Bivol said, hey, Eddie, sorry I spoiled your plan, because they're already planning the next fight without him. So where's Bivol's dare to be great? You see, boxing gonna kiss my ass. It's that simple. Why is no one saying Bivol got a dare to be great or whatever they saying about Canelo? Bivol's the underdog. Bivol's the one getting hate mail for the Russia stuff. Bivol's the one they was planning future fights, just assuming Canelo got past him. Bivol didn't make as much money as Canelo, I can assure you that. Bivol is the one at the deficit. Like I said, I'm Robin Hood of boxing, bro. We're going to steal from the rich and give to the poor. Shout out to Bivol. You know what I mean? Like, people saying Canelo dared to be great. What are you talking about? Bivol dared to be great, and he was great that night. Bro, we live in a PC society, and I'm gonna just say it like this. A lot of y'all is soft. Y'all not ready for the big leagues. Y'all not ready for true success. Y'all want participation trophies. Don't come here for that. because I don't have participation. You a winner or you a loser. And if you're a loser, it's a lesson. So I'm not saying you a loser like it's just over for you. But at the end of the day, you got to learn from it. A loss is only in the mind. Get better. Get better, not bitter. Bivol made $2 million. Okay, and they said Canelo got 15 million plus pay-per-view. Bivol might not even got no pay-per-view with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his deal consists of. But anyway, that's just what it is. That's what it is. And people want to act like y'all want to give credit to the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? And then don't want to give even credit. You know what I mean? Like there's people like, how is Erickson Lubin not getting credit? How come everyone in boxing is not like supporting Erickson Lubin? This man just fought a 6'6" demon who can fight in Sebastian Fundora, and he got his eye mopped up, and he still dropped him and showed mad heart. That's daring to be great. It's the same thing. He tried and failed, but he was daring to be great. All fighters daring to be great. If we're Devin Haney, he's going to Australia for at least 2 fights on enemy turf. That's daring to be great. No? Look at your Dennis Ugas. He fought Pacquiao and then fought Errol Spence. He fought the best southpaws in the welterweight division outside. Crawford's not truly a southpaw, even though he's a beast at southpaw. So Ugas didn't. How did he not dare to be the great? Bro, Ugas just fought damn Pacquiao, one of the generation's best southpaws ever. One of the best southpaws ever. We'll say it like that. And then he fought this generation's potentially best southpaw in the welterweight, which is Errol Spence. And he came up short. Just like Canelo came up short. So how did Canelo do anything different? And here's the other thing. I'm about to cook y'all. Here's the other issue. He said because they ain't Mexican. That's why. Oh, wow. Look at. Here's the other issue. The other issue is this. Like Dillian White, he's another person. Fury's 6'9", can box, all of a sudden got mythical power, and is way bigger than Dillian White and outweighs Dillian White. And he came up short. So how's that not daring to be great? It's only when the redhead of boxing, Canelo, loses, is it daring to be great? I don't respect that. And I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? Here's the other big angle that no one but myself is touching on. Is this. Wilder, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Wilder, he was 212 fighting Fury, who was 256. Block Chris, you a bum. Wilder fought, he was like 214, fought Luis Ortiz, 250 or whatever. Right? But let's keep going. The other angle that no one else is bringing up is this. People keep relegating Canelo's challenge to weight classes. Weight classes are not naturally existing. You see what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? Weight classes have been modified and manufactured based on whatever, the committees of boxing, right? There was not always a super middleweight division. When boxing first started, there was no super middleweight. So weight classes are really just something that has been modified over time. And people have deemed this is super middleweight. This is 154, right? These weren't existing weight classes. If you didn't have previously in boxing, before there was like junior middleweight, you going from welter to middleweight. You see what I'm saying? So this is man-made. This is manufactured weight classes. The fighters, the great talented fighters from yesteryear, they was just in one of two, like Roberto Duran. He a lightweight and he going up to middleweight in his career, right? Roy Jones went to heavyweight. Mike Tyson was undersized. So the point I'm making is this. It's not just about weight classes, because that's been modified and changed over the years. Just like there used to be 15 rounders. Now you don't really see that, right? Just like women's boxing is 2 rounds, but that could change to 3 rounds at some point, right? These things can always be tweaked over time. So when I think of weight and stuff, I don't just relegate it to weight classes. Like, oh, you're in this weight class. People keep giving Canelo all this credit. Oh, you moved up to light heavyweight because this is what the fraternity of boxing deemed as light heavyweight. This is what the fraternity of boxing deemed as 168. But I'm not so much into that, because at the end of the day, there's this. One, like I just mentioned, some of these weight classes did not even exist. So if you were a Ray Robinson, you would have to make a jump up crazy high. You know what I'm saying? You would have to, because there weren't these in-betweener divisions. If you were a Rocky Marciano, he weighed 188 and he was a heavyweight. So who knows who he was fighting? Bro, look it up. Rocky Marciano, retired undefeated. He weighed about 188, 189. I told you, I'm the encyclopedia of boxing. It's okay. Smash the like button. It's okay. It's okay that I'm the best in the game. It's okay. He weighed like 188 at heavyweight and amassed this crazy 49-0 or whatever. Crazy record. Who knows who he had to fight? You know, I'm not Burt Sugar or Manuel Stewart, so I don't know the weights of all his opponents and all that type of stuff. I wasn't even born. You see what I'm saying? So people keep just talking about just pure weight classes. Some of these guys back in the day, they didn't even have the same weight classes. That's one. But two, we know in this modern age of boxing, these dudes be fighting in weight classes because they're young and they're able to make the weight because their body is pliable and flexible, right? But we know damn well their walk around weight is nowhere near that weight class. Like, this is not a knock on anybody. That's just the way the game is set up now. Jerron Boots Ennis, I seen pictures of him next to Danny Garcia. He's bigger than Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia been at welterweight. So you guys keep telling me about weight classes. They're in the same weight class. Jerron Ennis looks huge next to Danny Garcia, who's been at this weight class since he was fighting Paulie Malignaggi's and Guerreros. He's been up here for years. So it's not just about weight classes, knowing the modern age of boxing and knowing that a lot of these guys, they eventually are going to have to move up. Ryan Garcia. Bro, look at Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel Tagoe. They didn't even look like they were in the same weight class. Look at Cotto against Canelo. It didn't even look like they were in the same weight class. Look at Jerron Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets. It didn't even look like the same weight class. So you guys keep telling, oh, Canelo moved up to light heavyweight. Who gives a because this is naturally occurring in boxing. There's a lot of guys who, like, look at Jermell Charlo versus Jason Rosario. Rosario was big and he can crack. He just knocked out J-Rock. Look at Fundora versus Lubin. But watch that Jermell versus Jason Rosario. So it's not just about weight classes. Fundora looked like here. Fundora looked up here and then Lubin was here. Rosario was big as hell, and Jermell Charlo had him doing the Tootsie Roll. Jason Rosario. So this is look at Sergio Martinez versus Julio Cesar Chavez. I don't know how big he was. He looked huge. Martinez was small compared to Chavez Jr. So it's like you guys keep talking about Canelo went from 68 to 75 as if that's it. But there's a lot of people who look at Floyd. Floyd, when he fought Canelo outweighed him for sure. There's fights where Floyd came in he was at 54. He came in at 1. Look at Floyd versus Conor McGregor. Floyd was like 148, fighting at 154 at times. Y'all keep telling me about Canelo, and he's not the tallest guy, but he's not the thinnest guy either. He's like he's like a pit bull. Bro, there's a fight with Badu Jack. You guys can look it up. I'm Boxing Encyclopedia. The guy rehydrated like 30 pounds or 50 pounds, something crazy. The guy, he weighed in, made weight, and Badu Jack had to fight this guy, and he rehydrated like 30 pounds. You look at Amir Khan when he fought Canelo. On top of not having a chin, Amir Khan was in there with Canelo. He looked huge. Khan said he weighed 180 something. See, Icy's saying it. So it's like, this is just everyday stuff for boxing. And a lot of the racist Canelo fans, they not complaining when Maidana looked way bigger than Floyd. Maidana got cracks, for starters. I'm a huge fan. Floyd looked tiny versus a lot of people, to be honest. Canelo, he looked smaller than Cotto. He's smaller than De La Hoya, smaller than Maidana, smaller than Mosley, smaller than, you know, Sharmba Mitchell, whoever. I didn't see all this like, oh, Floyd daring to be great. They're not even, like a lot of the fans, they're not even respecting Floyd. They're saying he's a bum and May Runner and all this, you know what I'm saying? All these names and stuff like that, including Canelo fans. So why would I give Canelo all this mythical credit? He's big, bro. Berto was bigger. That's what I'm saying. Why am I going to give him all this extra supplemental credit for doing boxer stuff? You're risking your life, Canelo. Bivol risked his life too. And he had more odds against him than you. Bro, Canelo was not the favorite. I mean, Bivol was not the favorite. So that goes to show you that no one had faith in Bivol. He said, the Mexican fans are booing me. I'm not used to being booed by Mexican fans. Everything was against Bivol. He dared to be great. What did Canelo do? The whole crowd wanted to see you win, apparently. Bivol told you. He said, oh, man, blah, blah, blah. I'm not used to Mexican fans booing me so much. He said that at the weigh-in. So y'all got to miss me with this violins for Canelo stuff. Listen, you rolled the dice. You came up short. Good effort, even though you lost all but 2 rounds. You know, let's see what you do next. It's that simple. People are like, oh, Canelo, yeah. Bro, Canelo's not doing anything different than what anybody. Everybody's daring to be great. Like I said, Devin Haney in Australia, that's daring to be great. But again, a lot of the racist Canelo fans, they're not giving credit to that. They're not giving credence to that. They're not like, oh, Andre Ward's a beast because he's fighting Kovalev. You know what I mean? Bro, even Adam Kalnacki. Adam Kalnacki fought Robert Helenius. He looked big, bro. So let's keep boxing all the way even. Adam Kalnacki fought Robert Helenius, and this man is, bro, he looked like a huge Viking, and he lost twice to him. And when he lost, he just lost, and he got a rebound. Period. Nobody was like, oh, Adam Kalnacki, he dared to be so great and all this. He's fighting this big, you know, Game of Thrones looking muff. This big Viking looking dude. And he lost to him twice. And he just lost, and it was a loss. But because it's Canelo, we're supposed to treat it any different. You know, Andy Ruiz, he fighting Joshua, he's 6'6", Diesel. And when he lost the rematch, he just lost, you know. But because it's the media darling Canelo, we got to just look at it and, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel and silver tongue. Man, stop. Bye. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm out. Real talk, ego. Keep hitting them with facts. Absolutely. I don't understand how you remember all these things. I do this. This is my life. I'm working boxing. It's easy. When you live it, I'm at some of these fights. I know some of these fighters personally. It becomes easy. When you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. And I've been doing that for the last decade plus or whatever. My memory is impeccable too. So that helps. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces. Check out some of the other content and subscribe.